Hello guys, I'm back. I'm back. Go ahead and fix the game capture. There we go. What's up guys? I saw. That's a really great thing to draw. It's awesome. Alright, I need to connect my controller real quick. Alright, there we go. We gotta remember him. Always. At all times. We have to. I don't think so. I can look real quick though. Let me look it up. As of right now, they haven't announced anything about his funeral. Not from what I can see. You can go to turningpointusa.com. You can contribute. That's what you can do. Hey Combine. Trump will be in attendance of his funeral, and as of right now, that's all I can find. Hey bipartisan, welcome. Just missed the Kirk stream, dude. You could have listened to me cry. I doubt it. She hated him. They all hated him. That's why they had him killed. Alright, let's get this started. It's because of him that Trump won Arizona. So I imagine she hates him with a passion. I don't know, but as of right now, all the polling is shifting to the right. The New Jersey governorship has gotten significantly more closer because of it. Right now it's a statistical tie. The Democrat only leads by 2. The last Democrat that won only won by 3. The polling miss is about 3 points. So, in either direction. So, right now it is a statistical tie. And I can only imagine that this is going to make it so Democrats have a way harder time winning for at least a couple years.
Whenever I'm on duty, the weather gets crappy.
Alright. So, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't, but if I remember correctly, there is a store here and a store here, and there's also some good loot over here, which I'm probably going to go over here first, and then we'll see. So let's see, how far away is that? Almost 2 kilometers? Alright, it's not that bad. It's far, but it's not that bad. We'll have to run around. I wonder what's over there. What's my inventory like for the moment? Empty as can be. Good. UEA, you said that you had a question that you wanted to ask? I am too, Bubba. I am too. It's crazy to think that he's gone. Just that he's outright gone. There's nothing we can do. It's crazy. That's okay. It's a different stream. You can share it. I understand why you didn't share it in the last one, but this one should be fine. I don't see why not. A lot of running. Do I have ammo in this? Yes, I do. Okay, good. At the moment I have ammo in all my guns. Good. No, I saw your question. I thought I answered it. I'm sorry. I might have answered it in my head. I do that sometimes. I don't know what they're gonna do. I genuinely don't see them winning for a while. Boba, don't change it. Kirk would feel honored He felt very honored by South Park. Uh-oh. We got bad guys. Yeah, he grew up watching South Park, and he even changed his profile picture to the South Park thing for a while. So I think he'd feel honored by it. I think everyone's life this past week has sucked, dude. Pretty much. They were losing the youth vote. Without the youth vote, they had nothing. Who are those guys? Yeah, the Trump administration announced that they're going to be going after left-wing organizations that pushed the lies that got Charlie killed. Things like Antifa, which the guy was confirmed to be a part of. A couple other things.
You guys are hysterical! Okay, I got one too. 2 blood suckers are feasting on the bodies of shooting members.
Why is Beard here? While my buddies are over there.
Easy, Kroger. We're dealing with it.
Well, I think his wife more than anything at the moment.
It sure feels nice here now. Like home. Where's Beard been all the time?
Would be more inclined to keep talking about. We gotta remember what he was about.
Well, so why'd he come back?
No clue. Maybe he just missed the swamps.
Alright, so this is not the place I was thinking of, but it is a place to sell some of my stuff.
What can I get you?
What's this? Radio protection? Pretty good. Increased durability. Ooh. Whoa, that's nice. What is this? Despite its unusual appearance, the crest usually have chemical protection, radiation.
What can I get you?
I agree, Boba.
Or are you just here to chat?
I agree. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell some stuff. Okay, I can't sell that to him for some reason. Hello, Odyssey. What's funny? I need to laugh. So yeah, what's funny, dude? Do it! Do it now! That's a good point. Yoga session on an aircraft carrier. Sheesh. That's true. That's true.
No problem. Oh, I. Awesome.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Some Ronald Reagan level dad jokes. Yeah, you're right. Ronald Reagan level dad jokes are the best. The gun selection this guy has isn't great. I pretty much already have the loadout I want. Although, the ammo he has is pretty good.
Good hunt.
It's always raining in this part of the zone, I swear.
Hey, what are the long faces? Let me cheer you guys up.
Alright, so
There's a legend among the freedom old timers. You cut off a juicy guy's head.
we're here now, so
For another half hour.
where's the other ship? There it is. Let's go to that one. Oath of Office is a political simulator on Roblox, yeah. Yeah, the Senate loved you? Nice. That's always good.
There are so many monsters creeping around.
The heck? That was weird. Hello. Nice. I think you told me that a while ago. Good for you.
Don't sit at them campfire. Better to stay in the dark. Guys, anyone got a smoke?
Oh, the X-ray exposed to the film, huh? Yeah, that makes sense.
Want to know how I. Then the salt.
Just upgrade my crap, please. Thank you.
Your gun is your only friend here in the zone.
Hello. You have some nice looking guns here.
I've been it.
What do you have? Oh, you have a grenade launcher. Nice, nice. If only the AK wasn't trash in this game. I love the AK in this game, but it's sadly trash mid to late game. Okay, okay. You don't really have much at the moment, so never mind.
Good.
I'm a lucky goddamn dog. You can hear me going.
Let's continue our quest to over here. About halfway there. Yeah, man. You're horrible at questions, Boba? Really? I had no idea. I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely did not know that. Oh, you're horrible at the questions in the game. That's what you meant. Okay, got it. Got it. I think I have to go this way for a little bit. Ooh, sappy sappies. That's fun. You were like a charming grandpa. Cool. Alright, so... looks like I can cut across here. And then run this way and over here. Ooh, it's nighttime. Scowy. Whoa, wait, hold up. Am I going the right way? No, I'm going the wrong way. Alright. This game has a lot of running. That's a zombie. Oh, I don't have the silencer on me. There are others around me. When there's one, there's normally more, so gotta be careful. I missed, sadly. That's my fault. Hmm. Five 38 to 0. Wow. Yeah, that's why I have my pistol out, Combine. Oh, look at that, shooting star. That was cool. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. That was weird. Prosperity Party? I'd already not vote for him. That just sounds like communist BS. Am I in like a marsh or something? Because my feet are squeaking. On the way back, I'll explore those buildings. I'd rate it an 8. Also, welcome to the stream, dude. I would rate it an 8. The only reason why I rated an 8, it could be a 10 out of 10, but the main reason why I rated an 8 is because it's a lot of running. I like the running sometimes because it's immersive, but sometimes a little too much running, to be honest. Oh, look at that. It's a creepy cave. That's fun. Yeah, that's why I have a mod installed that makes it so I have the max carry weight unlocked at all times. Just because that's another thing. Yeah, probably another reason why it's an 8 is because the economy sucks and the weight system sucks. But overall, I think it's a pretty good game, especially after they fixed it a little bit. Hey, welcome to the stream. No, you don't. Nice try. It's performing pretty well for me. I mostly play on console, but I am playing on PC for YouTube stuff. But mod from Wish, so true, so true. But welcome to the stream, dude. Silent Jake. Welcome, Silent Jake. Welcome, welcome. Shoot the frogs. Whoa, what was that? The atmosphere is 10 out of 10. I have to agree with that. The atmosphere in this game is 100% 10 out of 10. I don't know why, but this little shack reminds me of Red Dead Redemption 2, which I still need to stream. I am a frog predator. But another user, are you new to my channel? I think, yup, well that's a spider. Look at that. Aw, I can't shoot it. It won't let me shoot it, and it just went through the ceiling. Fun. I swore there was a guy in here, but... Huh, okay. Some videos? Nice. What was that? I don't know. Also, whose face is that? I think... Is that one of the developers or something? It was the face of one of the developers. If it was a developer, I don't know. What's in here? Aha! That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Nice. I went from 31 max magazine to 41. Nice. What in the world was that? I have no clue. See, now this is why I don't like traveling at night, guys. It's creepy out here. What's a woman? I should watch that on stream. That was funny. That whole thing was funny when he came out with that. I still haven't seen Am I Racist. That was I saw clips of it and it was hilarious. How do I feel about what? Sorry. I've been too immersed in this game. Sorry. What's going on? I apologize. Shoot the trees. The trees speak Vietnamese. Previous current 2 to 5 of current Senate leadership is named Chuck. 2 out of 5 is named John. Huh. I'd say your thing has a problem with names. What was that? What is that? Oh, it's a poltergeist. Poltergeist. Well, that dealt with that. Do you think there's anything in that building? Oh no, it looks creepy. Hey, let's leave politics out of this right now. Like, let's we've had too much politics at the moment. I don't think I can explore this building. I think it's blocked off. didn't sound good. I wish I could read Ukrainian. Because I want to know what that says. There was not much in this building. I was expecting at least something, but nope. Bill Adams. I keep hearing something growling. Am I just going crazy? I think I'm just going crazy. I hear something. Hello? Anybody there? Hello? No? Okay. Hello? Anybody? No. I hear something, but I don't see anything. What's up? Welcome back. Oh, there's a stash there. Yeah, I saw it. It was really good. I don't think I saw the new one, but I did. Well, I think I just shot whatever was in there. Which was not much. Okay. Of course it wasn't much. Never much. That's what I'm hearing. It's those stupid pigs over there. Why didn't you like it that much? I thought it was good. Wonder what that is. If I remember correctly, hold up. If I remember correctly, there's a thing over here. I think that gives, or is it over here somewhere? I think it's over here. That gives really good loot. But I'm not sure. But I think I have to wait until like 3 AM for it to spawn. See ya, Combine. Thanks for joining. Stalker. Okay, good. He's not a bad guy. Is that a gun? No, that's not a gun. Never mind. Yogurt's good for breakfast. I don't know if pancakes every day is good, but yogurt's good. Yeah, that's good for you. As long as you like eat 1 or 2 and not like 5. I'd never done that. I mean 100%. I've never done that. No. I'm a healthy guy. I could never. Hello, do you have a job for me?
First time here, huh? Don't be shy, loner. We won't bite. Visit the Sultan's once. You'll see there's no better place in all of Zaton. If you're looking for a job, got artifacts to sell, or just need a drink for the road, you've come to the right place. Roop.
I mean, you can if you want to. I wouldn't complain, but it's up to you. I'm a registered Republican. You already know this, but...
Take a look. You...
Alright, let's sell some stuff, shall we? Actually, I'm gonna sell it at someone else.
Remember?
I'll be back. Oh, what's this?
What's the...
Good, I'm glad. I honestly think his death made more Republicans. I honestly do. I don't think the left are going to be having a good time the next couple elections. I should probably make another video on my political channel. I need to. I've been ignoring it.
Good. Now run along.
I'm looking for work. Got any?
We've always got work for a capable guy. Our boss, the Sultan, has something coming up. Go see him. Tell him Kalina sent you. And if you do a good job, we'll pay you well.
Okay. Cool. Mr. Sultan, hello.
Remember this. I'm the Sultan, and this ship is mine. If you play by my rules, you'll have a good life here. But step out of line, and you can kiss that good life goodbye. Don't bother me with crap, and don't start shit with Kalina or my men, unless you want a bullet in your knee.
Kalina says you need help with something.
You want to work for me, huh? Well, Sofia Alexeyevna's right. I just happen to have a job that's perfect for you.
Why hire a stalker, boss? We got plenty of decent guys starting for work right here.
If your buddies are starving, Knuckle, tell them they can starve to death for all I care. They need to make themselves useful, and so do you. Go make me some tea while I talk shop with this loner.
Sure.
You like it here on the Sultansk,
I can,
stalker?
yeah.
I've been living in the swamps for a long time now. Had my fair share of chumps to shake down and assholes to kill. Life's been good to me so far. Even if you're the kingpin of garbage, the zone can still fuck your shit right up. An emission hit my stash a little while back. The place is crawling with anomalies and mutants now. The zone's a bitch, eh?
She surely is.
I like the cut of your jib, Stalker. There was an important briefcase in that stash, and I want it back.
Alright, I'll get it for you.
Alright. I'll bring you your briefcase.
Very well. The job's easy enough, just a couple of mutants and some anomalies. And the pay's more than generous. Here are the coordinates.
Cool. I'm glad.
What's... Good.
No, it's all the way over there. Yikes. Boba Fett reincarnated. Yep, Boba Fett reincarnated. Alright, I'm gonna go this direction, because it's probably safer. Swamps are always dangerous. I just ignore them. Hello, Boba Fett reincarnated. Welcome. You've been born again. Hello, guys. How are you? Looks like a couple of crooks. I don't think you guys are good guys at all. Well, Martin Luther King gets a day. So, yeah, I do. Well, I don't remember. Is Martin Luther King Day a national holiday, or is it just a day? I don't remember. I do too. So, I mean, yeah, I think it should be a national holiday. I think national holidays get school off, so. Wow, I domed these guys. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna sit on your body. That was a misclick, but. I think 9/11 should be, as well, actually. I agree. If MLK gets a day, then so should Kirk. Yeah, and Kirk spread Christianity in colleges. Very similar. Dang it. I want to play something nice, but I don't know how to play on this. You can play songs on this, but it's extremely difficult. No, he didn't. But he got killed for it. So Odyssey, all due respect, shut up. If you're going to bash Kirk and try to discredit him. Piss off. Hey guys. Like my guitar?
Now, show us what you've got.
So did Kirk. Just because you don't like him politically doesn't mean he deserved to die. He should get the same treatment that Martin Luther King did. And the fact that your side is celebrating his death is sickening to me. So all due respect, shut it. Yeah, he did. Both sides, both things should be honored. Also, Kirk preached the very same thing, FYI. Sure, I can react to it. I'll just have to change a couple game capture stuff. I'll have to look it up real quick. And really quick, I'm gonna have to mute the game capture. Okay, so the game capture doesn't mute it. Alright, Alright, real quick, let me go ahead and close out Stalker. And then I will pull it up. Because I don't want Stalker being in the background while I watch this. YouTube. What is a woman? There it is. Got it. Let me change the capture real quick. Okay, I think I found it. It's this one, right? With the retard with the long hair. debating him. Okay.
Can I ask you one?
Did I start it the right thing?
What do you do for can I ask you one question?
There we go.
What is a woman?
My simple answer to what is a woman is anyone who identifies as a woman.
No, but what is a woman? No, tell me what the woman. Don't use the answer in the definition, like the definition of the answer. Like, what is the word woman?
Woman is whatever the societal construct of a woman is.
Yeah. So what is that?
Exactly. I guess in the United States we would have certain.
Here, what is a woman?
In America or in a different country?
Retard. That is such an easy question. A woman is a woman. That is so freaking easy. Why is that so complicated? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you're retarded?
Answer the question. What is a woman?
In America or in a different country?
We are in America. At least I
we're in America,
think so.
Then what a woman is what we generally perceive to be as such, which would be someone with feminine features, usually defined by XY chromosomes.
So
XX
feminine features.
Yes.
Okay. Generally
speaking. Of course, there are cis women who are like 6 feet tall, broad jaw, big ass abs. There's cis women like that, of course.
Right. Can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
What is a woman?
Retard alert. Exactly. It's not hard. The left lost so many people when they started pushing that BS. Retard. Alright. Someone who identifies as a woman is an idiot. Plain and simple. Someone who is a woman is a woman. There's no debate on that. You are either a woman or you are not a woman. How is this complicated? I don't know. Boba, that could be interpreted in such a dirty way. Such a dirty way. Oh my gosh. Let's react to some more of his stuff, because he's just awesome.
What is a woman?
That's a stupid question, dude. That's a dumb question.
What is a woman? It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Who identifies as a woman?
You can't answer the question with the question.
Wow. See, now, this is what I call a herd of retards. Okay? Herd. They tend to flock together. They tend to group together. It's very easy to spot this phenomenon. It is very stupid people. Normally just really dumb people, and they tend to congregate together because they know that when they're alone, they are stupid, and they don't have anyone who verifies their beliefs. They don't have anyone to back them up, so therefore they can't defend their argument because they know it's a losing argument. So they can't win it unless they have. Let's see. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless they have. In this instance, they have 6 people to argue one topic. Meanwhile, Kirk is all by himself, with a couple security guards, as this guy right here. He's the security guard. Can you see my mouse? Can you see my cursor? You cannot. So you didn't even see me point those people out. Let me go into settings real quick, and it's not even a fair fight. It's they know that they can't win the argument. Like they can't win it. So what they do is they try to overwhelm you with several voices, Wow, I'm really loud at the moment. Let me fix that. My audio is like extremely loud. Okay, that should be better. There we go. Okay, let me make it so you can see my mouse. I don't know why I made it so you can't see that. Why? Where is that at? All right. Don't hide the cursor. I don't want to hide the cursor. Strange. Very strange. I can't find it. Strange. Never mind. Okay, so can you see it? No, you cannot see it. That's weird. You can... Pronouns are our oil. It is our oil because America. But yeah, so, alright. To be fair, the bangs aren't that bad. Okay? I don't mind the bangs. I actually think it's kind of cute. But that face just... And what is... you can't see the stupid mouse, so you can't even see me, like, really... it's really annoying. I don't know why you can't see my mouse. I don't mind bangs. I mean, I prefer not bangs, because I like to see all of the woman's face, but... why can't I see... That's true, it does depend on the type of bangs. For some reason, I can't find the setting. I don't know why. This is kind of messing with me and taking me off. It should be in general, but it's not. Let's see, does that fix it? Can you see that? No? Dang. That's weird. It is going to take a while. It really is. But like you see that girl in the left, kind of just like on the left side of the screen, kind of the background, the bangs, the severe eyeliner, the she's the one that's partially hidden by the guy in the left, on the left side of the screen. That's hideous. I would never find that attractive. Yeah, no.
Yeah, define the woman without saying woman.
It's a social role. Woman is defined by people.
Notice how the idiots stumble when he asks a simple question. Define a woman without saying woman. They can't do it.
You're in college, paying for an education. What is a woman?
How about you talk to someone with media training? How about you talk to someone
You don't need media training. It's not a trick.
Well, yeah,
what is a woman? You can't answer the question with the...
What are you talking about?
It's the college kids of America going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt who think it's a trick question when you ask them what a woman is. What is a woman?
What is it? That's a stupid.
The man was a debating genius. What absolutely debating genius. Whoa. This is the guy who was debating him when he was shot. Whoa.
Folks, I've seen a thing or two.
Let's watch this. This is crazy. I want to know what his reaction is.
But these prescription prices?
The statistics. So my name's Hunter. I was in the middle of debating Charlie Kirk in the middle of the assassination at Utah Valley University.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Oh my god.
What brought you to the event that day?
I make videos on Charlie Kirk, and I made this video about the statistical analysis on trans shooters. And sort of the point that I was trying to make was that it's sort of a statistical outlier, that they're extremely underrepresented when it comes to how peaceful they are. Obviously, that question, pretty ironic given when it was given. Yeah, so I'm most...
Wow. He has an Antifa flag. I don't know what that blue one is. Pride. At least he has USA and NATO. I like those. And Black Lives Matter. Terrorist organization right there that ripped off black people, but whatever. But yeah, let's continue. Sorry.
Mostly came in there because Charlie's very open about having some sort of dialogue or some sort of conversation that he believes in engaging, and I'm pretty on the record of how much I disagree with him, but I do definitely respect how much he's willing to platform voices to ensure that at least some semblance of a good conversation can come out of it.
Mm-hmm. And as far as these
yeah, I don't care about that's a Ukraine flag. Oh, okay, got it. I don't care about the pride flag. I honestly don't. I don't. Like, it's a pride flag, whatever. I don't care. But the BLM and Antifa, they're terrorist organizations. They burn down cities. The pride flag is the satanization of the promise Heavenly Father made the world with the rainbow. People forget now that the rainbow is a promise that he would never flood the earth again. And now it's been satanized and represents pride. It's sickening. It's really sickening. I know so many gay people that hate that flag. My cousin, one of my cousins is gay. He hates that flag. He hates that represents him. He does not. He hates that flag.
Statistical anomaly thing when it comes to trans shooters, is that in response to the way that him and Turning Point were framing that as like a big issue?
So it was about 3 weeks ago. There was a trans shooter at a Catholic church. Charlie made a bunch of tweets basically saying like, when are we going to start noticing that this is a trend? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting my math degree at UVU. That was my university, and I was like, there's an answer to that. There's, we can determine if there's some sort of outliers. We can use p-values, things like that. And I was like, according to the data, it really doesn't pan out that there is a trend here at all. So I kind of made a video calling him out a little bit and saying, hey, I want to come debate you. I want to come do it. And a lot of people were kind of encouraging me. So I kind of wanted to come and have my, I guess my little audience see that.
Mm-hmm. How was the energy whenever you arrived to the event?
Very conservative, for sure. Everyone was very energetic, chanting Trump, chanting USA.
Get comfortable. Bring the best libs that Utah has to offer.
There was a line of liberals on the rooftop who were holding like pride flags and I think some like Palestine flags and things like that. And there was a little bit of taunting back and forth, but not very out of hand. Most of the debaters were either like asking questions like who's better, LeBron or Jordan, or like some like theological debates about distinctions between like Mormonism and Christians.
That Jesus Christ was a real person. He lived a perfect life. He was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord, and God over all. Christ is King.
But also, the event lasted, I want to say 20 minutes, maybe. Like, I really didn't get a good finger on the pulse on what an event would really look like, because, I mean, I showed up fairly early. I was the second person to speak there. So, like, the first person was maybe 10 minutes, and I maybe got, like, less than a minute in. So,
could you give us kind of a recap of how that conversation with Charlie went?
Sure.
Yeah, this is working. Hey, Charlie. Hey, hopefully we're going to have a little bit more disagreement.
So it was, I came in and I said, hey, there was a shooting that happened maybe a few weeks ago in Minneapolis.
And ever since then, about 3 weeks later, the Trump DOJ said that we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender Americans.
Do you think, you agree with this? Is that a fair assessment? Or station in
No,
brothers and sisters. We need to finish this project.
I pressed the wrong button. Alright, I was about to say what I thought of that. I thought it was stupid. I don't agree with that at all. That is a good point, which I've never met a transgender who wants to own a gun. Except Carrot in the Discord. He's cool. He, she, whatever. But he's cool. But I think that goes against the Second Amendment. I think if they have a mental disorder, then yes, they shouldn't have guns. But if they genuinely feel that they are trans and whatever, then, and they don't have a mental disorder, they are still a relatively sane person, then Second Amendment applies to them. I don't see why we should take... The problem with taking away guns from one minority is it could lead to taking away guns for all minorities. And I don't want that. I don't want the foot in the door. I don't even want to think about it. It's a dangerous thought. It shouldn't... If we could ban guns from one minority... I don't like that idea. Oh, shut up.
America tomorrow.
Alright, let's go back to where I was. I made a mistake and clicked the wrong button. Alright, I think I was here.
I said...
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
And I said, there's 5. And I said, do you know how many shootings there have been? I think maybe my memory's a little hazy. I haven't rewatched the videos, honestly. But it was something like this, which I knew the answer. It was a little under 6,000. He said something like, we need to account for gang violence. And I think I was like, I was in the middle of saying, great, did you run a statistical analysis on that, right? Like essentially saying you have the burden of proof. And I think I was in the middle of saying that when he got shot.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
I went down pretty immediately, and everyone near me, everyone in the rest of my line, who I'd been talking to for the last like few hours, dropped down with me. I remember, I have a brother who was in a school shooting, and I was talking about the distinction between these, that like for me, it was that there wasn't as much fear as I think I would expect, because I recognized like, I think I was a lot more logical than I thought I would be in that moment, where I was like, that's an assassination. He is the target. He is the only target. I am freaked out, but I know that I'm okay. Whatever. It definitely became chaotic. My wife was in the crowd. I tried reaching her. It took me like 20, 30 minutes. Just a lot of chaos as like, I sort of shifted in a weird place. Then I had to wrap back around, and I couldn't find her, and our phones weren't really working, and it was bombarded by texts, and I don't know. So it was very chaotic, and it took a while to really orient myself. But it was a strange environment because
I have huge respect for him right now, because the very first thing he thought of when the shooting happened was that, okay, I'm not the target. I need to go find my wife. I need to go make sure my wife's okay. That is a good husband. Politics aside, that is a good husband, and he has a lot of respect for that.
People were kind of milling around afterward. I think a lot of people had this similar idea that it's like, this is different. An assassination is very different from a mass shooting, where a mass shooting, you disperse, right? Everyone's a target. But when it comes to an assassination, it's everyone just sort of was there. And I heard a number of people say, like, so much for the tolerant left, right? Like, the 2 or 3 people said that as they walked by.
And what do you think about that assessment?
I made this video a little while ago. I've been following, sounds crazy, I've been following Charlie Kirk for a little while. I went to Tampa, Florida for one of his events. I remember I was just basically interviewing some of his followers, and I found this girl, and she seems so young and bright, ignorant for sure, dumb, I would probably say. I'm like, I'll be honest, dumb. But I was just asking her questions, and I started bringing up, I'm like, oh, liberals would say, and then I would give my argument, right?
You know, someone can go get like a whole surgery done, you know, without parent approval. It's like, how is that even happening? How are they going to the doctor's appointments without the parents there?
And then, like, I know I've seen parents on social media where they're like, oh, I haven't identified my kid yet, da, da, da. And it scares me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, they're gonna grow up thinking that they don't know what they are, or like that they could transition into something else. And
but wouldn't that be transitioning with parent approval?
Yeah, that's what I'm like saying, like, to take away. Does that make sense?
But if they have parent approval, it sounds like you're talking about parents who give approval that they should be trans.
She was like, that's such an interesting thing. I've never thought of that, right? She gave, and I was like, I was like, cut. That's so perfect. I'm so glad I captured that like the conservative person was so clearly.
Run, because Comfort is having a sale on their pastel
I don't
collection.
either.
And if you know anything about Comfort, you know they sell out really fast.
I
They
don't
design all
either.
their sets with a slightly weighted.
Shut up.
Just kind of needed to hear the right thing, and maybe got bumped in the right direction. And I posted it feeling so confident, and 90% of the comments were about how fat she was. And I really felt like what am I contributing to in this culture? And like, in some ways, I'm extremely proud of the left. I'm extremely proud of the people that I've met, organizing and being in these conversations. And I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. And I would also say that the right definitely has its issue with violence, right? We talk about political violence, like, you know, Gretchen Whitmer, Josh Shapiro, Paul Pelosi, you know, I could go on and on.
Okay. The things she's listing, all right. Misconception. Those weren't conservatives that targeted those people. Those were far leftists. Okay? The Josh Shapiro guy was a pro-Palestinian guy, and he targeted Josh Shapiro because he was a Jew. He voted for Kamala. He was not a Republican. The Gretchen Whitmer thing, she was, for some reason, the FBI took her into custody for protection or whatever. That wasn't an attack. The Paul Pelosi thing, okay, it was some crazy guy with a hammer. It was a homeless guy. I don't even think he had anything, so just, that's a really big misconception. It was the far left that did that when it came to Josh Shapiro. The other two don't really matter, but it just, people don't know that, and they just immediately say, oh, he was Democrat, it must have been a Republican. Like, no, that was a far leftist. Like it's obvious. It was a pro-Palestinian guy who hated Trump and hated that Josh Shapiro was a Jew. Snapchat? I've never seen Snapchat far right. I have never seen Snapchat far right. I don't know what you're watching, dude. I've always seen it far left, dude. You're crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
But like, I am startled very often by how quick people are to grab onto like righteous violence. And I don't know. I understand his assessment when he says so much for the tolerant left. Like, that's kind of in some ways a lot of things that I've seen.
Was there something you saw in particular that you were like, man, that's too far?
Yeah, about Charlie? Or, I mean, yeah, I saw someone post, like, proud to be a UVU alum today. And, like, it's also people in my hallways, right, who are just maybe a little bit terminally online. But, like, I don't know. I've for sure seen some, why am I going to be sad? I'm glad he's in the grave. A lot of comments like that.
Nah, real shit though, how do we know that Charlie Kirk didn't die of a fentanyl overdose? You feel me? Like, we gotta wait on the toxicology reports come out, cause, okay, we might have saw a gunshot and shit, but we also saw somebody put their knee on somebody else's neck, and we saw other people still say that person died of fentanyl overdose.
What was some of the rhetoric you saw online that was like particularly insane to see? What kind of things were they saying?
Seeing people in comments on like big news pages that are like, yeah, well, anyways, what's for dinner? Or, well, this is karma. Like, this was deserved. Nobody deserves to be shot and killed. Nobody. Doesn't matter if they're Democratic Party, Republic Party, does not matter.
Yeah.
Nobody deserves to be shot and killed in front of their family.
Yeah.
No one.
How did we get to this point where it's so divided we can't even look at the other party, you know? So it's disappointing, you know. Yeah. It's shocking.
So you monitored the online discourse in the immediate aftermath of the shooting?
First few hours, I for sure logged off.
That's enough time.
Democrats own what happened today.
Bro, I'd be so pressed if this guy shot me.
Yeah.
So you kind of I saw like two different narratives on the right. They were like, all right, this is the turning point for the left. Like, they have officially gone haywire. I think Alex Jones and Owen Schroyer said, we are all Charlie Kirk. And then, you know, I think libs of TikTok said, this is war. So it was like the, you know, spawn point for like a larger domestic conflict that's going to be apparently spearheaded by the left. Then there was a lot of people that I saw celebrating the death, saying like this is what he deserves for his rhetoric about Gaza and immigration, and they pointed to some of his quotes where I think one quote said, it was something like, I'm willing to accept gun violence and gun deaths as a natural byproduct of the freedoms that we have with our Second Amendment. And there was just a couple different things where people were making it seem like this was a symbolic victory for the left. And is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty adamant, and I don't shy away from how much I dislike the things that Charlie says.
If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence?
I disagree with him on 1,000 different fronts. And I feel like I don't know why it's so hard to not hold that in one hand and in the other hand hold, that's a human being, that's a father of two children, right? Like that both of those can fully coexist at the same time. And in some ways, I have a lot of respect for Charlie Kirk for being so open to debate, for being such an incredible organizer. Like, I think as someone who's interested in political organization, that's something that I've always found really admirable about him. But like, he's about my age. He's got a 1-year-old boy. I've got a 1-year-old boy. I've got, you know, we're about the same height. And like, I think about how that boy is not going to have any memories of his dad. And that to me is like that's everything. That's
They don't understand that outside of the TikToks and Instagram reels that they see of him disagreeing with what they believe is a father of 2 kids and a son of a mother, that their kids are going to bed tonight. His kids are going to bed tonight without a father, and his wife is going to bed without a husband.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is just, it's sickening. It's sickening to see that this is really what it's come to, and people really think that like this is what they have to do to get a point across.
Additionally, I mean, the conditions that created Charlie Kirk's views are still existent.
Yeah.
The undercurrents that led to all of the opinions you disagree with and that the left disagrees with. You know, it's you can eliminate Charlie Kirk, you know, but it doesn't take away the rhetoric that led to Charlie Kirk.
I think that's what's so irritating about this. Like, on the one hand, this is evil, this is tragic, this shouldn't have happened. On the secondary hand, if you're not even convinced by that first argument, it's also counterproductive. That doesn't even do anything. He's a conservative commentator. He doesn't even have, like...
This is the evolution of Carry, the Ridge wallet. Let's see how it redefines your essentials.
Trump has been given every opportunity right now to crack down on the violent left.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today.
And that, like, my whole point about making a video about how nonviolent we are only can exist if we stay nonviolent. It just doesn't solve anything either. Like, I don't understand how you walk away from that. Like, what did you solve at all? Everyone is now more angry and justified in their anger, or at least more so than before. And I just, I don't know. I get so angry at these wannabe activists, these assholes, these disturbing, evil. I don't know.
I think that one of the key words is antisocial.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, you know, I grew up around a bunch of violence, but I've seen shootings before.
Yeah.
I grew up, I've lost people to gun violence, whether it be in the street or from police. A few people in high school and past that. So to me, it's something horrible. Universally should be recognized as a bad thing. But there's this weird kind of antisocial undercurrent that I think is running through like early Gen Z, like 18 to 22. I'm not sure if it was because they were socialized during COVID and they missed like a bunch of formative years, but the things that they're tweeting about this situation and just their dissociation to like the horrific violent imagery, to be able to watch something like that and be like, hell yeah, that's dope. That indicates some kind of antisocial, psychotic, sociopathic disorder to me.
Sure. And like, whatever, when your belief basically ostracizes anyone who disagrees with you and you have no one left standing, it makes sense that you don't have a lot of connection, so maybe you lose that human value. I don't know if that makes sense.
Say it one more time.
Like, I think it's become very common now to cut off your parents or cut off your siblings if they say maybe the wrong thing or sort of come across things a little different. And, you know, you cut these people off and then you go, you know, you're left standing and you're an island. It makes sense that you're like, well, what is a father really?
And you guys are all like 18 to 22 range, right?
Yeah.
Is he a pretty popular figure among your guys' demographic?
Yeah, I mean, if you go on, especially TikTok, he's everywhere. So even though it's someone I've never met, it's someone who I feel like I've been almost consuming his content for a long time. And so it's a familiar face that we're losing, and he's someone that shares a lot of the same values that we share, religiously and politically in a lot of ways. And so he was very devoted. And you have to appreciate devotion because he was trying to build a better society for his family, his young family. And at the end of the day, people can have their opinions, and people do. There's extremists on both sides. But this is really an opportunity for everyone to kind of mend and realize what happened and mourn before we go on. and take a moment to realize what has happened and what we can do to prevent just certain things like this in the future. I mean,
it does sometimes feel like I am one of the few, definitely not the only, but certainly maybe a minority of the left that really cares still about life or family or America. I don't know.
No, it's a good point you made. Like, these political divisions have infected people's family dynamics,
Yeah.
and it's become more important than those bonds. So you hear it all the time, especially if you're in like a hipster neighborhood. You hear someone be like, "Oh, my dad voted for Trump. He's such a piece of shit. I can't wait to chew him out at Thanksgiving," if they're even going. Whereas, it's not saying you shouldn't have a political discussion with
Yeah,
your
like I'm honestly
uncle.
all for chewing out your dad if you disagree. Like, I don't know.
Chew out your dad, but don't abandon your dad.
Yeah.
Especially if your dad's in like a Facebook QAnon hole. Try to figure out how he got there.
No, for sure.
And maybe if you can, give him enough love where you can pull him out.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I do maybe genuinely feel, and like, whatever, conversation isn't everything, right? There's a lot more that comes to politics than just conversation. But like, Charlie was certainly onto something there, that like, conversation does fuel quite a bit of, fuels something that I think we've, I don't know, maybe discarded.
Do you think this is a legitimate turning point for discourse in America, or do you think this is something that's just going to be remembered more as like an individual tragedy?
I really feel like it could go either way. I feel like if we're lucky, we can just kind of memorialize it and move on and be better from it. But I definitely have a pretty sick feeling that there's a lot of bad repercussions that are going to happen because of this.
Yeah. I think on both sides, too. You make a martyr of somebody, I mean, people would do a lot to avenge them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially the entire Republican side is, of course, not happy, and nobody should be happy. And the people that are have something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Really.
Do you know Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, I do.
And what do you think of what happened to him?
Sometimes revenge is a dish best served cold. I hate to...
Janet! When's the last time?
He died in a world that he wanted.
Motherfucking animals! You liberal, progressive, deranged fucking animals! You are so hateful in your hearts.
Worse things have happened to people. And, if you've turned a blind eye, you want us to erase the Confederacy, you want us to erase all these different things, but why should I have more sympathy for something that you don't know pain, really? If this is the worst thing you could think of, you don't understand what other people have gone through.
Do you think this could be a powder keg moment that starts like an internal major civil dispute between right and left?
Probably nothing more than what we've seen since 2020.
Same shit.
Yeah, same shit, different story. I mean, I don't think anything like, we had the George Floyd, we had the January 6th.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be anything more than that yet. Here's the only time we're going to have real civil disputes is when we are starving. Yeah. When we lose access to clean water, when we lose access to electricity, that's when things change. But right now, we're comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And that's ultimately, this is going to make people upset. Sure, it is going to create more tension between the left and the right. However, it's unfortunate that we even see in this two-party democratic system anyways.
Right. Yeah, it's a good point about basic necessities being met. Like, people can talk a tough game about Civil War, but until people are like, can't go to 7-Eleven, they're not really going to kill anybody.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's just not going to happen because, it basically has to get to the point where you have more to lose by not doing anything than doing something, right? That's all. That's what it's going to take,
Do you think that events like this will make people more scared to interact with their political opposition in a public forum?
Sure. I mean, obviously, for sure. I was at there was a protest there were two protests, one in Provo and one in Salt Lake. It was the No Kings protest. And I went, and my mom was so scared. She's like, "Do not go. Why are you doing this?" And I was like, I have people that I care about who are, undocumented. Like, this matters to me. And then there was a shooter at Salt Lake and someone got killed.
In the middle of a No Kings protest that brought thousands of demonstrators downtown, sudden gunfire stunned everyone.
He fired several shots. The crowd dispersed. I got to cover.
And it's like, how can I really blame my mom? You know, like I can't be frustrated at that inclination to be terrified to go outside, to have some sort of discourse. Like sometimes I think about it, I'm like, I know someone who's right near the person who got shot at Salt Lake. I was right near Charlie Kirk, and my high school alma mater, the one that my brother went to, got shot while he was there. Like, it is crazy how many events I'm a part of, and I don't think I'm necessarily an anomaly for that. And that's sort of the point of the video that I was trying to make, was that when you have 6,000 data points of of mass shootings that happen in America, you could pick anything that you want out of that. Like that's an overwhelming amount of constant shootings that occur over and over and over and over again. And it's horrific that I was trying to point that out. And Charlie died.
Did the gravity of that situation immediately sink in for you? That you were the last person to talk to him?
Took a while, for sure. I was driving away. My wife and her sister and her mom were on campus, and they found us, and they drove away, and she turned to me and she said, you know you're gonna be on every news station in America tomorrow. And I was like I don't know if I realized it until right then that I was like, no, that was me. That was like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I'm like, dude, I read too many comments on some video about me that was like, dude, this guy's in on it. He was asking about shootings right when the shooting happened. Like, let's go get this guy.
I mean, every mass shooting or assassination is like a powder keg for conspiracy theories. Because everyone's paying attention. It's got all the elements that, there's an old Joseph Pulitzer quote that's, if it bleeds, it leads. And so everyone wants their own conspiracy. I've seen people blame every single type of person in the world for what happened.
Totally.
Let me tell you why I don't think it was a crazy leftist. Because there was hundreds of people there who had the same exact political views as Charlie Kirk, but they only killed one person. They only killed Charlie. If there was other people, like, well, you see with like a lot of deranged, like these transgender shooters who've been going around, they kill as many people as physically possible. This guy, whoever he was, had the leverage, the vantage point to take out as many people as he could have. But no, he just took one person. It was a one and done, and that was it. And that's why I don't believe it was someone who was a radical, like just a leftist radical acting upon his own. I think this is a professional job.
Yeah.
There is a tweet out there. I'm not sure who tweeted it. I could fact check it real quick. Who's talking about?
Update. I started talking and I realized my mic was muted. I'm an idiot. He obviously didn't know at the time, so I'm not like trying to make him feel bad, but just wanted to say that the guy was proven to be Antifa. And yeah. So I just want to make that clear. I agree, Boba. I agree.
Coffee, $2.
Stupid ad.
Lottery ticket, $2. Slice of pizza, $2.
The Israeli government killing Charlie Kirk because he was having some second thoughts or something like that. I think that is a possibility.
Jeffrey Epstein was not a financier. He was not a hedge fund manager. Jeffrey Epstein was a key player in a multi-decade blackmail operation against the most powerful people on the planet.
Along with Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson changing their views on Israel. However, Charlie Kirk received quite a bit of money from AIPAC to support interest in the United States.
I've been to Israel twice. I love Israel. I love Israel, the place. I love Israel as it protects access to biblical archaeology.
So hopefully, and it's not a good thing he's dead. I'm not going to say that, but hopefully he died because he came to his senses and did the right thing and put America's interest above Israel's, not the other way around.
What was the security situation on the ground there?
Here's the thing. There was huge pros and cons. Huge pro, a lot of security guards. A lot that were directing me in specific places. But the con is it was fully open. Like anyone could wander in. And also there's rooftop access at UVU, which is like I don't know, I think that the shooter is suspected to be a sniper on one of the roofs. For some reason, this makes people think that I'm in on it, that I was a mic or I was I don't even know what a mic is. I learned that term two hours ago.
What is it?
I don't know.
I
think it's like
is it like some sort of
I don't know. I kept
slur
saying
for liberal?
No. It was like I was shouting a call, and I said.
Oh, like you had a code word?
Yeah, like I had a code word, and because I was talking about shooting, so they're like, that's
Like,
gotta be
time to
it.
go.
And I also said I said great right after responding to him, and I think I don't even know why I said great. I think I was just like,
It's a high pressure situation.
yeah.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Well, I was like, maybe it was just like, let me think about this for
It's
2
like
seconds.
being on stage during a talent show when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
think you're gonna kill it, but you don't know what's gonna happen once you get up there.
And it's like I try to be prepared for sure, but it's like stalling technique maybe, or like, I mean, I knew what I was gonna say next. I was whatever.
How do you think we can prevent things like this in the future?
Well, first of all, I'd say that a very respected leader in our community said that conflict is inevitable, but contention is a choice. And we're helping ourselves when we choose to not be offended. So respectful and civil dialogue in social, civic, and religious circles is not just going to help us from the outside in, but from the inside out.
What do you think could have been done to prevent this situation?
I don't know. Because I'm always so worried. I'm such a math nerd sometimes that I'm like, well, this was still a statistical outlier. Like, and maybe it was. Maybe I think everyone always has these answers, but it's also like we have the least amount of violence than we have ever had in the history of Earth right now. We are probably doing something right. 300 years ago, every country was at war constantly until like World War II, where we're like, let's freeze this. We gotta just chill the fuck out and like whatever. It's not perfect by any means. There's absolutely more work we can be doing. But like everyone who has all these answers, I mean, Charlie's answer was like, let's bring back up mental asylums. I'm like, I don't know if that worked in the 1800s. Like, I think you're scrambling just as much as we are. Like, I'm not trying to pretend like I have these answers on how to fix all this. Maybe it is that there are insane people. There was the, I'm sure you know about the stabbing of, that Charlie was talking about a lot. That was his last tweet. It was the stabbing of someone on the
it was on the light rail in Charlotte.
Yeah. And they're like, dude, they should have locked him up. And then you look at his priors, he's like, okay, well, he was in jail for like 7 years. Should we have just like thrown away the key? Like some of these priors are like, he stole some things. Should we just lock him up then? How do we prepare? Like, I don't know if the answer is we should just be okay with knowing that there are completely antisocial people who walk amongst us and might lash out at any moment. But I don't know what we should be doing about that, and I haven't seen a compelling answer.
I mean, one thing that I've heard is like more readily available psychiatric services.
Sure.
Gun reform.
Sure.
Mass buybacks.
Yeah. I'm in favor of all of those things, but I also know in my ideal world where I have all of the policies, I'm sure that a stabbing could happen. Like maybe that's just the world that we have to live in, but also that seems like an extremely that doesn't sound like the right answer either.
Right.
So I don't know. I think I get frustrated with the sin of certainty.
As in, like, I have the solution. If we do this, things like this won't happen again.
I watched it like in a movie recently. I just really like that term, the sin of certainty.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was Conclave. It was a pretty good movie.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. And like, whatever. I respect a lot of Charlie. I'm so sad. He was a very certain person, and I disagreed with that. I think that we can move forward a little bit more uncertain.
I think we should have less gun laws, not more. I know people disagree with this. I even think that we should bring back, public executions on certain people. No, but think about it. I think that, and you guys should laugh, it should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised. By the way, you could fund the government
to watch it.
You could have brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I definitely saw a lot of his enemies, his political opponents, instantly spun it into an issue of gun reform.
See you later, Bubba. Thank you for joining. See you around, dude.
Which I think in theory sounds cool, but I mean, we have 380 million Americans. I think we have more than 400 million guns already in civilian hands. So this whole idea of even reforming that, guns are here to stay. And there's counties and states that are always going to have guns available at gun shows and at pawn shops and gas stations and Walmarts and flea markets. And that's just the truth. And you can't walk back something that's so deeply embedded into our culture.
Right.
So that's a very sin of certainty thing where it's like, oh, there's a big shooting, gun reform, let's advocate for it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
The guns are already here.
Right.
You could
and it's as much as I love to talk about mandatory buybacks, I think that sounds really good and it worked for a lot of countries, but also it's like, dude, have you met some of these Americans? Like you are asking for a Waco, Texas in every county in America.
Totally.
نشكر مؤسسة هيونت بالأداء الرائع في تقديم الوجبة في ظل الحصار الخانق في ظل
See with our ARs.
Alright guys, I'm going to be ending the stream here. This was very informative. I have a huge respect for this guy. Mainly because I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but the fact that one of the first things he did during that was, I need to find my wife and make sure she's okay. I have a huge respect for that. So, I did not mean for this stream to be so Kirk-centered, but I think it had to be. I think it was necessary. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.